Hello, friends. If you think Russian politics in 1917 was a mess, you're absolutely right. The Provisional Government was hanging on by a thread. The economy was crumbling, soldiers were deserting, and the Bolsheviks were gaining popularity. So naturally, what does a government do when everything is falling apart? It panics and makes things worse. Enter General Kornilov, a tough, mustachioed general who thought Russia needed a good old-fashioned dose of discipline. While the Provisional Government was trying to balance between revolutionaries and the army, Kornilov had other ideas. He believed that to save Russia, someone needed to restore order with an iron fist, and that someone, of course, was himself. Now, this wouldn't be a Russian political crisis if there weren't misunderstandings, betrayals, and bad communication. Prime Minister Alexander Kerensky, head of the Provisional Government, initially wanted Kornilov to bring troops to Petrograd to maintain order. Kornilov took this as march on Petrograd, crush the Soviets, and possibly remove Kerensky too. Kerensky panicked and declared Kornilov a traitor. In September 1917, Kornilov's troops marched toward Petrograd. It looked like a coup was about to happen. Kerensky, now desperate, turned to the only people who could stop it: the Bolsheviks. Yes, you heard that right. The same Bolsheviks he had been jailing and suppressing just weeks earlier. He released Bolshevik leaders from prison. He armed the Red Guards, Bolshevik-led militia groups. He asked workers and railwaymen to sabotage Kornilov's troops. And guess what? It worked. Kornilov's forces never even reached Petrograd. Railway workers stopped troop movements. Bolshevik agitators convinced soldiers to abandon Kornilov. The Red Guards patrolled the streets ready to fight, but never had to. Kornilov was arrested, his coup crumbled, and Kerensky thought he had saved the government. Spoiler, he had just handed the Bolsheviks exactly what they needed. The Bolsheviks' big win, the Kornilov affair, was a complete disaster for Kerensky, but a jackpot for Lenin and the Bolsheviks. 1. The government looked weak. If Kerensky had to rely on the Bolsheviks to survive, what did that say about his leadership? 2. The Bolsheviks looked like heroes. They had defended the revolution, while the Provisional Government had nearly let a military dictatorship take over. 3. They now had weapons. The Red Guards, newly armed, weren't about to return their guns. People who had been skeptical of the Bolsheviks now saw them as the real defenders of the revolution. Their support grew rapidly. And speaking of the Red Guards, these armed workers and soldiers were about to play a much bigger role in the revolution. But that, my friends, is a story for next time.